Today we look at the Magic career of Terry Catledge. Catledge was another Magic expansion player who had been selected in the 1985 draft, taken by the 76ers between Sam Vincent, who was 20th, and Jerry Reynolds, who was 22nd. Catledge played his rookie season with the 76ers before being packaged with Moses Malone in a trade to Washington. After 3 seasons with Washington, Catledge, despite being a starter, was left unprotected and he was added to the Magic's inaugural team roster. Catledge played well from the start, enjoying increased minutes and an offense that had him as the focal point, scoring 25 points and grabbing 16 boards in the Magic's first game and recording double-doubles in the Magic's first 3 games, 2 of which they won. Catledge averaged over 20 points and 10 rebounds a game for the first month of the season as the team impressed with a 7-7 start. Catledge's strong play came despite missing 3 games with an injured thumb that bothered him on and off for weeks. Catledge, 6'8", often played against taller defenders, but he excelled at bullying his way to the basket and getting to the foul line. In January, he set a Magic franchise record, erupting for a career-high 49 points against Golden State. Catledge was the team's leading scorer and, for most of the season, rebounder. A series of niggling injuries late in the season caused him to miss time and limited his effectiveness, and Sidney Green finished the season as the team's leader in rebounds. Toward the end of the season, the Magic had committed to Catledge, signing him to a 6-year contract. Early on in the 1990-91 season, the wisdom of that move was put into question, as Catledge was benched for a lack of effort and cooperation. Catledge was rumoured to have been left available in the expansion draft by Washington, as he had a reputation for being difficult to coach. And early on in the Magic season, he and Guokas clashed. During the preseason, Catledge was playing through knee pain and he lost his starting spot to Jeff Turner. After 27 points on opening night, Catledge was soon back starting, though after aggravating his knee issue, his minutes were sporadic in December. Guokas dropped him to the 3rd-string power forward during the 6th straight loss to start the season, sparking trade rumours. The very next game, Catledge was given 43 minutes, he put up 30 points and led the Magic to the first win of the season, and the Catman was back as the focal point of the team's offense, averaging 20.9 points a game in December. An upset stomach and a thumb fracture limited Catledge's effectiveness in January, and the Magic quietly went on a 4-1 run without him. When Catledge returned in February, he injured his back against the Pacers, and the Magic again went 4-1 in his absence. Many of Catledge's teammates saw him as a black hole, with just 129 assists in 119 Magic games to that point. With Catledge on the sidelines, it opened up the Magic to a more balanced attack, and with the team rolling, the team's leading scorer was benched and out of the rotation, playing just 5 games in March and 1 in April. Catledge expressed frustration, saying the team should have traded him before the deadline so that he could get on with his life and be productive. The problem was, with Catledge's long-term contract and low production, he had little trade value. Big questions were raised about whether Catledge was needed, as the Magic, who had been 10-32 when he fractured his thumb, finished 21-19 without Catledge as the focal point. After several meetings between player and coach, Catledge was back in the starting lineup to start the 1991-92 season and initially played well, grabbing 22 rebounds in a game against Philadelphia before once again losing his starting job to Turner in late November. The Magic lost 4 straight, which saw Guokas put Catledge back into the starting lineup, and though he put up 27 points and 11 rebounds, the Magic lost again. After Christmas, Catledge headed back to the bench, as the losing streak continued right into 1992. Eventually, the team lost 17 straight games before Catledge helped break the streak with a 30-point game in Seattle. As the losing streak ended, so did Catledge's limited role, averaging 18 points and 7 rebounds in January and keeping his starting role for the remainder of the season. The only bright spot in the Magic's 21-61 season was that they won the top pick in the NBA draft and selected Shaquille O'Neal out of Louisiana State University. Shaq had worn number 33 in college, but that was Catledge's number, and though Catledge allowed the Magic to present a number 33 jersey to Shaq on draft night, he apparently had a change of heart after he was asked to restructure his contract to help the team both sign O'Neal and re-sign Stanley Roberts. Reportedly, Catledge asked O'Neal for $50,000 if he wanted the number, O'Neill declined, instead deciding to wear number 32. The 1992-93 season would be Catledge's last in the NBA, and the season began with a reduced role as the Magic struggled to have Catledge on the floor while Shaq was doing work down under the basket. After averaging 5.6 points a game in just 17 minutes in November, Catledge broke his hand against Philadelphia. With Brian Williams suffering from depression, the Magic signed Tom Tolbert to cover the power forward spot, and he played better than expected. So well that when Catledge returned from his hand injury, he never really regained a place in the rotation. Before the following season, Catledge reportedly put in a poor showing in training camp, and he was bought out of the final 3 years of his contract for a reported sum of $5.5 million. Catledge stated that he felt like he had just won the lottery, receiving his money but being free to sign with other NBA teams or overseas. Ultimately, Catledge never played another NBA game. He struggled to latch onto any team for long. Bouncing from the CBA to Europe, Catledge lasted just a week with a French club before finishing his playing career in Argentina. During his 224-game Orlando Magic career, Catledge put up averages of 15.3 points and 6.8 rebounds per game. I hope you enjoyed this look at the Magic career of Terry Catledge. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and check back soon for our next episode, a look at the Magic career of Scott Skiles.